1:27 to go. McNabb dropping. It's intercepted. And the 10 to the 20. Going coast to coast. Rodney Barber to the 50, to the 40. Barber to the 30. Nobody's going to touch him. Rodney Barber. 10, 5. The Super Bowl, and they're trying to win it for it. First down, 18. Dropping Gannon, looking Gannon. Goes up with a head to the side. At the 40. Derek Bucs 30. Bucs to the 29. 20. Derek Bucs all the way. There it is. The dagger's in. We're going to win the Super Bowl. Hand off Alston over the top. Second effort. He's got it. We think. They think they got it. It is. A two-point drive. He's tagged at the 41-yard line. That time the blitz pays off. And down and 10. Blitz coming. Heineke flushed it. He's tagged at the 41-yard line. That time the blitz pays off. And Levante David has a quarterback sack. Here's the snap. Play action fake. Brady looking. Throws toward the end zone. Caught ball. Touchdown Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Rob Gronkowski's got 2 today. Chiefs dropping to throw Mahomes. We run a stunt, and we sack him at the 50-yard line. Wow, he's clobbered. Fumble the football, recovered by the line. There's the snap. Mahomes running to his right. Look out, he may run. Mahomes directly goes toward the end down. Battle intercepted. Picked off in the end zone. Bucs are going to beat the Chiefs. We're the champions of the world, and we still have 1:33 to go. Devin White, what a great second season. Here's the snap. Brady dropping, looking. Brady throws. Caught ball. It's caught. Touchdown Tampa Bay. Rachaad White. Touchdown Buccaneers. Fire the cannons. Bucs tie the game at 16. Down to the snap. Brady's going to throw. Looking. Throws a dart. It's caught. Touchdown Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin. He makes the catch right beneath the goalpost. Mayfield has time, cocks the arm, runs the ball. He's going to run to the 30. He runs to the 35. He has a first down. Wow. Hippie ankle, bruised ribs. He's got guts. But 6 guys up front. Bucs dig in. 2-point try. The push. And I don't know if he got it. They have not indicated yet. He did not get it in. In motion, Shepard to the left. We fake the end around, hand the ball off, running to the right. Irving inside the 10 to the 5. 3-2-1. Touchdown Tampa Bay. Bucky Irving takes it to the house. Second down, 10. Rachaad White now in the backfield. Baker Mayfield throws a sideline route, outfield. Caught ball to the 5. Touchdown Tampa Bay. Mike Evans does it again. Fire the cannons, Bucs. Here's the snap to Rattler. Here comes pressure. Gets the pass. Near sideline. Incomplete pass. Bucs take the ball away on downs. Now in motion. Mike Evans drifts over to the left slot. Baker Mayfield shotgun. They know what we're going to do. Baker Mayfield looks, throws the ball to caught ball. Evans, he's got it to the 40-yard line. 1,000 plus. Mike Evans, 11 seasons in a row. How about them Buccaneers at number 13?
Should probably turn the volume up. What is going on, Buccaneers Nation? Louis here with the Frozen Pirate Podcast. I know it's not Thursday. It's Tuesday on a 7:30. Well, we're a little bit late. I apologize for that. So basically, I'm not doing a show Thursday. Too much going on. It's 4th of July week. It's a long weekend for everybody. So I hope everybody out there stays safe. Please don't blow your hands off with fireworks. In the meantime, I don't know who's going to be joining us. It was kind of like a last minute thing. I sent some invites out. Hopefully somebody will join. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? But kick back, relax, because I got a damn good show lined up for you guys. Some of the topics I'm going to be talking about on this show will be including Baker Mayfield. Is he a dark horse for the MVP? A lot of people have been talking about him. Is he an MVP caliber? I'm going to give you guys caliber. I'm going to give you guys a quick breakdown of what I think. Rachaad White is in a contract year, how important that could be for him and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We're going to talk about that as well. Jason Licht and Todd Bowles got their extensions. I'll touch on that as well. Creamsicles, there's a rumor out. So if you guys know me here on the Frozen Pirate Podcast, I love talking about the Buccaneers uniforms. So please be active in the comment section. That goes a long way with the conversation. And, I'm going to do my final take and stuff like that. And, TJ Watt, too. We're going to talk a little bit about TJ Watt. Could he be a Tampa Bay Buccaneer? That will be my final thoughts. I'll leave that for final thoughts as far as that goes. But let's get right into it. So, Baker Mayfield. Is Baker Mayfield a legit MVP? I want to hear in the comments right now. I want to read in the comments from you guys. Is he a legit MVP? I want to hear it from you guys in the comment section. Let me know because we're going to talk about this. So I want to pull up some statistics. Well, actually, not right now. I'll wait a little bit. But I want to read off some stats to you guys. He's a $100 million man here in Tampa. He's done, in my opinion, phenomenal. In my opinion, I think he's done great. I had low expectations for Baker Mayfield. I didn't really like the attitude, but now that I got to know the man, not personally, but now that I got to see what he is, listen to him speak and how he's been, this guy's phenomenal. And you know what? I'll be the first one to admit it. I was wrong about him in the beginning. I was on the Trask train, because I figured Dave Canales coming in here with Kyle Trask, who sat behind Tom Brady for 2 years. They wasted a second-round draft pick on Kyle Trask, and he sat behind Brady for 2 years. I thought that was the guy. We all did. It's okay. We all did. And then when they signed Baker, I was kind of about it, But seeing him play, he earned, if you guys watch the show and you watch me on the sports web with Peter Blake on Mondays and Wednesdays at 8 o'clock, you know that he earned my respect when he stiff-armed the dude from the Minnesota Vikings, just absolutely trucked him. Not trucked him, but get your weight up, little man. All right, let's get right into it. 2023, he played all 17 games. And mind you, this is a guy who we didn't have high hopes for. Not a lot of people had high hopes for him. We just figured, when I heard Baker Mayfield coming to Tampa, I heard from, the Stone Ages. We're going into the Stone Ages. Tom Brady's gone. We're going into the Stone Ages. I still think this team had a chance. I think Todd Bowles was in a really bad situation, with the cap hits with Brady, reestablishing a coaching staff, going through the drama with Brady throughout that year with his divorce. That was a big thing, and a lot of people were kind of unsure. We all missed the no risk it, no biscuit, including myself. So I was curious, what are they going to do? They bring in Baker Mayfield, and in 2023, 17 games played, 4,044 yards passing, 28 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, quarterback rating of 94.66. He exceeded expectations. They took a couple of tough losses. They couldn't really get the run game going. The offensive line was a little shaky, baby. But they got it together, and they made it a pretty decent push. They made it to, I believe, the divisional round, and they lost to the Lions with an interception. And I think they exceeded expectations. I think they overexceeded expectations, if you ask me. Nobody expected that from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They just thought we were in a rebuilding year. And to do what he did, was fantastic. And that's with a new system and a bunch of people in the media disregarding Baker and not giving this team credit. They've never given the Tampa Bay Buccaneers credit. They don't even look at Levante or Mike as a first ballot Hall of Famer, which I think is absolutely insane. Real quickly, we're going to be speaking about the Creamsicle jerseys, and you're going to want to stay tuned for that a little bit later on in the show, because I'm going to be doing a free jersey giveaway. Basically, the way I do the free jersey giveaway, and I'm going to keep repeating this throughout the show because I know there's people that filter in and out of here. I'm going to do the free jersey giveaway. You guys got to be active in the comment section. I got to see who's liking the show, who's sharing stuff. You never know who's going to show up on the show. Share it. It takes little to no effort to share this show, man. And I see who does that, and it goes a long way. So if you want a free $180 Buccaneer white creamsicle or red or pewter jersey, you got to listen to the show. You got to share the content. Like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you're watching on Facebook Live, Twitter, or /X, go to the YouTube channel, man. Go to the YouTube channel. Watch it there. That goes a long way for me. It's the Frozen Pirate Podcast on YouTube. I prefer you guys watch it over there because I'm just trying to build it. Just go to the YouTube channel. And like I said, liking and subscribing to the YouTube channel definitely puts you in for the free jersey giveaway. I'm going to be doing a couple of free jersey giveaways. Also, I'm going to be giving away some stuff too throughout the season for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Could be a mini helmet. Could be something, man. Hey, at least it's something. You know what I'm saying? It's just my appreciation to you guys. Let's get back to the Baker Mayfield topic. So he exceeded expectations. Okay. Exceeded expectations. And going into year two, there was a few things kind of like, we had a lot of free agents that needed to be re-signed. Mike Evans being one of them, Baker being another one. Like, it was crazy. They got all this stuff done and situated with. Everybody got their contracts. Antoine Winfield Jr., everybody got their contracts. And Baker came in 2024 and had an absolute monster year. Mind you, a monster year with another offensive coordinator, because the offensive coordinator for Baker Mayfield has been very inconsistent. I mean, in the comments, let me know how many offensive coordinators has Baker had in his career? It's been like almost every year, but this year is going to be a little bit different. So in 2024, it's no joke. Liam Cohen did a fantastic job with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers offense. Some people think not. Some people have opinions. I respect that. 17 games, 4,500 passing yards. Third in the NFL. 41 touchdowns. Tied for second in the NFL. 16 interceptions. Improved on his QBR. 106.8. Now, a lot of people are saying that's bullshit. He deserved the MVP. You're right. He does. But I'm going to tell you why he didn't get the MVP. The reason why he didn't get the MVP was because of the simple fact that they didn't win enough games. In my opinion, they didn't win enough games, and they didn't make it deep enough in the playoffs. If they would have went to the Super Bowl, then I would have said, hey, all right, yeah, he's definitely, he's definitely MVP. This guy had a fantastic season, because on paper, he had a fantastic season. But the problem is they didn't get enough wins. In order to really, in my opinion, to get the MVP, you have to put up a lot of wins. You got to be at least 13, 14 wins. You got to be a dominating team. You can't get knocked out of the playoffs first round. Regardless, the Commanders came in, and listen, don't bullshit me. Including myself, we all took the Commanders lightly. Oh, we're going to knock them on their ass. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. Bullshit, man. I think there was a drive, 9-minute drive, 5-minute drive. Jaden Daniels, tipped my hat off to that kid. He outworked Todd Bowles. He owned the Bulls in that game. I mean, regardless, there was injuries, but that's no excuse, man. You're in the postseason, next man up. And we're going to get to Todd Bowles and Jason Licht in a bit. But I want to continue talking about Baker. He had a passer rating. I believe it was against the Green Bay Packers. I think it was like perfect. I think it was like 158. Let me look at my stats here. It was week 15, 2023. 158.3 against the Packers. That's nearly damn perfect. Again, the reason why, and I see you, Christopher Cole. Let's get to Christopher Cole here. Baker will get overlooked for someone with less stats. I get it. The problem is they don't win enough games, Chris. That's the problem. They don't win enough games. They have to win the games. They have to win 13, 14 games for Baker to be considered MVP. And honestly, this year, I don't even think he's going to put up these kind of stats. I think the Buccaneers are going to be a run-first team. I think Bucky, Rachaad, who I'm going to get to in a moment, they're going to be a run-first team. Simple as that. But as far as Baker Mayfield goes, listen, he's the leader. He's got to stay healthy. He gets me nervous when he starts doing those runs. He kept a lot of drives alive on third down with rushing, scrambling out of the pocket, keeping plays alive. So I commend him for that. I want to see him get the ball out a little bit more. I don't want to see him running too much more because there is a stat out there. He's never strung up three good seasons, as Leo would say, and it's a fact. It's a damn fact. He hasn't put up 3 good seasons in a row, but that's yet to be determined. We're gonna wait and see, and we're gonna see what happens. But as far as MVP goes, if Baker Mayfield is gonna win the MVP, they got to win 13 games and they got to make a deep push. They got to make a deep push in the playoffs. And you know what? I may bet 10, 50, or maybe $100 for him to win the MVP this year. Why not? Wish Greek was on here because he would tell me not to do that. But let's take a look at something here. Oh, wrong one. Best quarterbacks heading into 2025 season. Now I'm looking at this stats and this graphic here. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. So what I see here is 1, Josh Allen. I could see that. Patrick Mahomes. I kind of disagree with that. I would say he's probably 8th. I'd swap him out. Lamar Jackson would be, in my opinion, 2nd. But anyways, meanwhile, back at the ranch here. Joe Burrow 4th, Jalen Hurts 5th, Jared Goff 6th, and Baker Mayfield at 7th. I don't agree with this. I think Baker Mayfield should be in the top 5. If you're asking me, I say Lamar Jackson 1, Josh Allen 2. Actually, no, I'm lying to you. Josh Allen 1, Lamar Jackson 2, Joe Burrow 3, Patrick Mahomes 4, and Baker Mayfield 5. Simple as that. That's just my opinion. I don't even know why they got Dak Prescott in the top 10. This is from Fox Sports Daily Ranker, Tuesday, July 1st. Honorable mentions: Matthew Stafford, Brock Purdy, Jordan Love, C.J. Stroud, Kyle Murray, and Bo Nix. I would put Matthew Stafford in there over Dak Prescott. I again don't know I don't know what goes into the logic of making those lists, but that's definitely not accurate in my opinion. No way. I just that's crazy. But you know what? The Buccaneers are going to continue to get overlooked, and that's fine. And this is why this is a perfect year for Baker Mayfield and a guy like Rachaad White and company to do what they do. Sorry. It is freaking hot out here in Massachusetts. It's muggy, humid. I don't know. Terrible. Can't stand it. Although I don't mind the Florida heat because out there when it's hot, it's hot. It's bearable, but out here it's like when it's hot, you can't breathe. It's terrible. So yeah. Rachaad White's future in Tampa Bay. I want to know in the comments what you guys think. You think Rachaad White staying as the Tampa Bay Buccaneer? And I'm going to go back to this. If you guys are watching on Twitter, listening to me on Twitter, go to the YouTube channel to get yourself into the free jersey giveaway. Start watching this on the YouTube channel. Make sure you guys like and subscribe and comment over there. I would appreciate it. It goes a long way. If you guys haven't checked out the latest episode with Devon J. Thomas, Buccaneers rookie defensive tackle, I had him in here last week. Fantastic human being. Make sure you click on that video, watch it, comment, and share it, man. That kid is phenomenal. Like, I was blown away by the stories he told me. Saving a woman out of a car that was burning. A lot of people wouldn't do that, and just his time at Penn State. It was a great interview. You guys got to go check him out. Make sure you guys go give him a follow as well. Him and Vita Vea lining up on the same line, and Desmond Watson and company. That's scary. Rachaad White's future in Tampa Bay. Let's get into it. He's entering a very pivotal season in his career. This could make or break him. He needs to stay healthy if he wants to get paid. I would like to see the Tampa Bay Buccaneers bring him back, but I don't know what's going to happen because he may command a little bit of money because in all reality, Rachaad White, let me know in the comments. Do you think Rachaad White is a number one starting running back in the NFL? And if so, where could he start? A lot of teams I can think of off the top of the head. One right here in the division. Not going to say who. Maybe Carolina. You better hope he doesn't go to Carolina. Just saying, you better hope he doesn't go to Carolina. All right. His rookie year, 17 games, 129 carries, 481 yards, 3.7 average, 1 rushing touchdown, 50 catches for 290 yards, 2 receiving TDs. That was Brady's last year. Obviously Leonard Fournette was here. We all know how that went. 17 games, 272 carries, 990 yards rushing. 6 rushing TDs, 64 catches for 549 yards, 3 receiving TDs. Now, that's a pretty good season for a second-year running back, considering that the offensive line wasn't the greatest. And, Canales was a little inconsistent at times with his play calls. But overall, I think he did a fantastic job in his second year. His third year, 16 games, 144 carries, 613 yards rushing, 4.3 average. Went up this year. 3 rushing touchdowns, 51 catches for 393 yards, and 6 receiving TDs. In my opinion, nobody can do what Rachaad White can do. And I know a lot of you guys are like, wait a minute, you were talking about trading him. Yes, I talked about trading him for a guy like Max Crosby. You put him in the mix because you got to give to receive it, as far as talent-wise. So, for me, they got to try and do everything they can to keep him in the building because what he does on the offense, catching passes out of the backfield, bailing Baker out at times. We saw him bail out Baker on that, 4th and 7 against the Niners. Joey Bosa was like all over. Is it Joey or Nick? Whoever. One of the Bosa brothers draped all over Baker Mayfield. And Baker was fighting through the ball. Boom, first down. They should have went for it for the 2 there, but we're not going to talk about that. Well, actually, we'll talk about that when we talk about Coach Bowles and the GM, Jason Light. But Rachaad White's a very important piece for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this year because when I say he's important, he's not only important to the team, he's important to guys like Bucky Irving because we need to keep Bucky Irving fresh. Sean Tucker needs to be fresh. Rachaad White needs to be fresh. These 3 guys need to have fresh legs. That's a nice rotation you got there in that running game. This 3-headed monster. Yes, I'll take credit for it because back in the BR days, I was calling him the 3-headed monster on Bucs Report. Back in those times, I said it. That's the 3-headed monster. Sean Tucker reminds me of a smaller version of Mike Allstott. He can really bulldoze his way. He's not afraid to lower his shoulder. Been saying that. Rachaad White, he can pick up the blitz. He's amazing at that. And then you got Bucky Irving, who's just elusive. He can cut, he can spit. Like the kid can do it all. He's fantastic. These 3 guys complement each other so well. I don't think you can let these guys, I don't think you can let him walk out the door, man, in my opinion. You can't let Rachaad White walk out the door if you're the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I mean, unless he commands way too much money. But I think there's a good chance where they could bring him back because of what he brings to this ball club. He's lost a little bit of weight. He looks great. I see the offseason videos that he posts. I think he's going to be a serious effing problem this year. I really do. I think him and Bucky are really going to tear it up. I'm going to say it. This is going to be a run-first team. They're going to be a run-first team, I'm telling you. the strongest unit on this team is the running game, in my opinion. The running game, and believe it or not, I believe that the tight end room is very good. Kate Otten, he's not getting enough respect, man. People just kind of forgot about him. I guess he's getting lost in the shuffle with Emeka Abuka, Tej Johnson, Mike and Chris and Trey and all them guys who I'll talk about in a little bit. Rachaad White is so valuable to this team. You guys have no idea how valuable he is to this team. The only way I'd get rid of him, like I said, is for a guy like Max Crosby or maybe a TJ Watt. So, you can't let him walk out the door, especially if he has a fantastic year. You got to figure out how to keep that guy here because him and Bucky Irving, I don't know if they're going to retain him, especially if Sean Tucker has a fantastic season. But I don't want to see Rachaad White go. Let me know in the comment section. What do you guys think? Do you think that they should let him walk if he gets the opportunity to? Because, I have a feeling he might go to Carolina. But let's not worry about that right now. Let's worry about the now and present moment. I think he's going to play a huge role for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this year, and we'll see what happens. So, yeah, let's move on, man. Buccaneers may add white creamsicle to uniform lineup. How do you guys feel about this? You know how I feel about the creamsicle uniforms. I'm not really too excited about them because it means that we're going to lose. But it is what it is. I'm okay with it. I think they're going to bring that creamsicle uniform back, the white one, to Tampa. I think they're going to play when they play the Seahawks out west. That's the best time to bring it back. 1976, both of these franchises were here. They're going to play each other. I say, let's wear them against the Seahawks. Let's take a look. There's two different versions of them. You have the white with the orange pants, and then you have the white on white. So, let's take a look here, man. Mr. Derek Brooks, who's my favorite player. White and orange, not all that bad. It's nice, but I'm not really digging the orange pants there. Big Leroy Selman, all that white on white, that's a clean look, man. See, I wouldn't mind these throwbacks right here. I can do away with the creamsicle. These white on whites, there's just something special about those. Those are clean, man. Those are clean. Outside of that, I like the Buccaneers uniform. Let's talk about their uniforms real quick because this is right up my alley. I like the Bucs uniforms. I just think they need to do a little something different, especially for the primetime games. Like Ben's saying, they should do like a black uniform with the pewter pants that they have and keep the pewter helmet. Do like a blackout maybe. I think that'd be pretty good. Pretty cool in my opinion. I've been talking about this, that the pirate ship, man, what they should be doing with the pirate ship. I think they should upgrade that as well. I know a lot of people like the ship, but I'm not saying get rid of it, but just make a blacked out version of that ship, man. Have a better identity. You can take the old ship and put it out front for tailgates. You can rent it to party at for your tailgate. Look, I just made the Buccaneers all kinds of money. You can rent that out for tailgates or whatever. I think that'd be pretty cool. Have it outside the stadium, and just introduce a new vibe to the place, and bringing in new uniforms too would be pretty cool. They have those pewter uniforms. I'm not really a fan of those. Maybe, I heard somebody talking about them, how, the numbers are kind of wrong. I think the black uniforms with the pewter pants, with that pewter style number, with like maybe a red or an orange outline, I think would look really cool, in my opinion. But then again, what do I know? I'm just from Massachusetts. I'm just a dumb Massachusetts Buccaneers fan. No, I kid, man. But in my opinion, yeah, I think that would be pretty cool. These white creamsicle uniforms, like I said, let me pull this back up. I dig them. I like them. I think that's the look you go with right there. I'm not. That's Mr. Derek Brooks, but then again, I don't like those orange pants. I'm not really. Nah, not my cup of tea. This is, if you're gonna do it, this is the way you go. white on white. White on white, in my opinion, man. White on white. Christopher Cole says white on white. Yeah, that's the way you go. White on white. Again, guys, if you're out there listening to this on Twitter, if you're listening to this on Facebook Live, go to the YouTube channel, the Frozen Pirate Podcast, for a chance to go in there and like and subscribe and watch this video live on the YouTube channel. I mean, if you don't want a free jersey, man, be my guest, man, because that's what I'm doing, free jersey giveaway. So go watch the show on YouTube. Let's see. Lamar says, Aloha, Louis. What's going on, man? Aloha. I would like to see those all reds again. The color rush. Yeah, the color rush were cool, but those digital alarm clock numbers have to go. They're god awful terrible. Don't like them. They're terrible. Terrible. I'm telling you, they're terrible. Don't like them. Maybe if they modified the numbers a little bit, all red uniforms, I think is pretty cool. I don't like the orange pants. Yeah, neither do I. I'm not a fan of the orange pants neither. I think this is your look right here, white on white. With the white helmet, looks clean, man. Looks clean. I like the white on white. It's not working right now, but my nope. Right now, but my no, I don't know. Don't know what you mean by that, Lamar. But yeah, man, that's the direction you go in, white on white. I like that. That's clean. That's clean as hell, man. That's clean. Um, but we'll see what they do. I think that's the game that you wear. You wear that uniform against the Seattle Seahawks. I mean, I think the last time they wore the white creamsicle jerseys, the white ones, I think it was the 96 season. I don't know who. Let me see if I can look that up. I doubt that. But yeah, no, I think it was it was the 1996 season was the last time they wore those white creamsicle jerseys, in my opinion. Let's move on. Again, let's move on. Are Todd Bowles and Jason Licht the right duo moving forward for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the future of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? Let me know what you guys think in the comment. That's a question that I have for you guys. Do you guys like the signing of Todd Bowles? And like I said, to everybody watching this on Twitter, if you guys want to comment, ask a couple of questions, I can't see it. Go onto the YouTube, man, and comment there, like and subscribe over there. Everybody on Facebook Live watching, come on over to the YouTube, the Frozen Pirate Podcast. Like I said, new subscribers coming in and watching the show and liking the show on YouTube. I'm doing a free jersey giveaway. No bullshit, man. Go ask Nick Green about his I should actually have Nick Green tag me in that, about his Antoine Winfield Jr. jersey. Like I said, go to the YouTube channel. The hell with the Twitter and the X. Go to the YouTube channel. Go like and subscribe to it right now, and go watch the video on the YouTube channel. Can't emphasize that enough. All right, are Todd Bowles and Jason Licht the right duo for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers moving on? I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Would like to know. All right, Sue. Hi, Sue. Thank you for watching. That means a lot. Oh, she wants to talk about the orange pants. Let's see. Orange pants. Let's see. Horrible. I agree, Sue. I agree. I'm not a big fan of that. Oh, nope. Wrong one. There we go. Orange pants. Not a big fan of that whatsoever. Not a big fan. I think they're terrible. I don't think they're very. Again, this is a big topic. I guess I catch a lot of heat for this because a lot of people are like, oh, the uniforms don't matter. I think they do matter. I think if the Buccaneers, whatever week it is that they play the Seahawks, and they go out there and they're looking like that, I'm not going to be happy about that. Not going to be happy about that whatsoever. Like I said, again, white on white, clean as hell, man. Clean as hell. Love that. Love the white on white. That's what they got to go with. But you know what? Maybe Jason Licht and Todd Bowles and company need to figure that out, man, because like I said, I'd like to see what they come up with here. Hopefully they don't mess that up. But yeah, we'll see. But again, white on white. You know what? Let me know in the comments. That's tonight's question. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. White on white uniforms, or do we go with the white and orange? Let me know in the comment section. Again, if you're on X or you're on Twitter, come to the YouTube channel, the Frozen Pirate Podcast, because I'm not really paying attention to those comments on there because I can't see them, unfortunately. So, like I said, you guys have any comments, you guys want to put your 2 cents in, you want to argue with me, come right to the comment section, come to the YouTube channel, the Frozen Pirate Podcast. Make sure you guys like and subscribe there. Thank you, Sue, for the comment. Appreciate it. But let's go back to our topic of discussion here. Todd Bowles. A lot of people are not too high on Todd Bowles for some reason. And I don't know why. But I will say this about Todd. If you guys watched the Sports Web last night, me and Peter have talked about this. And we had a discussion about it. About if Todd Bowles was the right guy. Peter is very passionate about Todd, as so am I, but I did have a couple of questions. I didn't like the way the defense looked in that playoff game. A lot of people were like, well, the offense didn't complement them. And I get it. Excuse me. I get it. It was on both sides of the football, but all year, the offense had to carry that Buccaneers ball club, in my opinion. So when we look at Todd Bowles, he's like the calm captain of the ship for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He's not very rah-rah. He doesn't scream. I mean, you see him on the sidelines occasionally, kind of like, what the hell and this and that. Nothing too crazy. And I'm okay with that, versus a guy like John Gruden or a guy like even like Belichick. Belichick was kind of the same way towards the back end of his career. He was getting a little crazy. But, I mean, it is what it is. But as far as, Todd Bowles goes, a lot of people haven't been too happy with the production. It's not efficient enough. It's not flashy enough. It's not like steady. It's not consistent. And I get it. It reminds me of a lot like that old Buccaneer football, man, back in the late 90s, early 2000s. Just not pretty. Sometimes the defense was the offense, it just wasn't pretty. And it's just unfortunate that the defense outshined, the offense. As of 2022, he's 27-24 in the regular season with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He's 1-3 in the playoffs. And I know that's a cause of concern for a lot of people, including myself. I'd like to see, Todd get deeper into the playoffs, an NFC championship game, because that's my expectations of Todd Bowles this year and this Tampa Bay Buccaneers ball club, as well as should be your expectations. I'm expecting an NFC championship run. They have one of the best teams I've ever seen them put together outside of that Tom Brady era, that first year and second year. This is probably one of the best teams I've ever seen them put together. Arguably, I could say that they could be better than that Buccaneers ball club of 2000, 2001. They got to deliver a Super Bowl. Your Super Bowl window is so small. Go look at the San Francisco 49ers. It's so small, the Super Bowl window. It's just, they have to get it right. He just hired a game management coach. I like that. Okay, it shows me that there's something wrong and you're addressing the situation. So that's one thing you should be happy about. Them wasting a second and a third round pick, admitting we lack depth at the corner position, admitting we need to create more turnovers, admitting all these things. I like that because I think this is a make or break year for Todd Bowles. And I understand he just signed this extension. But I was listening to the JP Peterson show. Shout out to JP Peterson. Great show. And if you guys haven't, make sure you guys go check him out. Look, he has to deliver this year. He has to deliver this year. Hands down. He's won three straight NFC championship. 3 straight NFC South titles, back-to-back playoff appearances. The defense got a little bit better, and then it's taken a turn. I'm not going to, how can I say? I'm not going to You know, if we make the NFC Championship game, you have to continue to roll with him. But if you're Todd Bowles and you win the Super Bowl this year, I think you should retire. I agree 120% with JP Peterson on his show. You have to retire, go out on top. You know, there is guys that are capable of taking over this Buccaneers ball club. But I don't know if Todd Bowles wants to coach that long. I mean, I get it. He signed this extension. A lot of Buc fans weren't happy about it, you know. But that's just the nature of the business, man. We've been to the playoffs every year with him. It's unfortunate. Our record is not very good sometimes. You know, we went in there with a losing record one year. Then we went 9-8, and then, 10 and whatever. Like, this team has to be better this year. You got to put up at least 13 wins this year. You got to have home field advantage. It's important. It's very important this year, and I know why they gave him an extension, because they believe in him. The Glazers believe in him, and they believe in Jason Licht. You take a look at Jason Licht and what he's done. He's the draft king of Tampa. There you go. He's the draft king of Tampa, in my opinion. He's hit on so many draft picks. I have a list right here. Mike Evans. If you guys haven't heard the story about that. So Jason Licht was talking about how he wanted to draft Johnny Manziel. You guys remember Johnny Manziel, Johnny Football? I wanted Johnny Football, including myself. I wanted Johnny Manziel. They went with Mike, his receiver. And then I'm not going to say word for word what he said, but he basically woke up, watched game tape every day of Johnny Manziel. He wanted to draft Johnny Manziel. And that was a fact. There's people that were there that said he was going to draft Johnny Manziel. And then the more and more he watched, he realized, wow, Mike is great. And then the rest is history. This dude drafted Mike Evans, Ali Marpet. A lot of people don't bring him up. Chris Godwin, Vita Vea, Devin White is a disappointment. Tristan Wirfs, Antoine Winfield Jr., K. Dot, Bucky Irvin, Cody Mock, 12 of the 22 Super Bowl starters were Jason Licht picks. That's crazy. This dude, we lost some audio here. We lost the video. I don't know what that's about. You gotta love the live stuff. You know what? Looks like we got no cam. But it's unheard of what he did. Just unheard of. And for all that stuff, he doesn't really get enough credit, in my opinion. And he should. He should get the credit. He deserves it, man. I mean, they have these top 10 lists and stuff like that. He's just never on that list. I mean, well, he's on the list, but I think he should be ranked a lot higher than that. And I know you got to take that stuff with a pinch of salt. But in my opinion, I think he deserves better than that, man. In my opinion, I think so. So when I'm going to get this camera stuff situated, but in the meantime, I'm going to play something of a good friend of mine who is a tattoo artist. I'm probably going to get copyright for the music, but it's all right. I'm okay with that. Again, if you guys haven't checked them out, it's Mr. Bruce. I'm going to play this real quick just so I can get my camera going. But again, local street shop tattoo artist in Fall River. Go give him a follow. Go give him a like. Follow him on Instagram. It's follow Mr. Bruce. So there it is.
I'm a borderline narcissist megalomaniac left unchecked. You should stop me whenever. Thank God my wife does that, but
When the boat is landing,
everybody's looking for identity. I wasn't playing school sports. I'm certainly not a musician, which I'd like to be, but I could do this thing. People didn't care that I could draw, but when they found out that I was willing to do tattoos on them, man, I was in. I was in. So I could go to every party. I could go to parties at the railroad tracks with all the jocks and the rich kids. I could go to the projects and hang out with kids that were in gangs at 16. And I could walk among all these people. And not only could I be in there, but these people wanted me in there. it gave me an ability to be somebody.
While you take a trip in a battleship on the old Fall River line, on the old Fall River line, on the old Fall River line.
That's Mr. Bruce there. Awesome dude, in my opinion. There we go. Let's straighten that out. Yeah, didn't have the charger plugged in there, and it died. Gotta love live stuff. Boss man would be so proud right now. Sorry, Facebook, for the copyright stuff. I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens. Bear with me here. Yeah. So back to Jason Licht and Todd Bowles. Do I think that this is the future moving forward? I mean, I don't think it's the future. It's the present. It's these guys deserving a contract extension. It's no different than when you guys are at work. If you guys produce, you get the Christmas bonuses. You get the raises. Depends. If not, then your boss is an asshole. But if you're putting in the work and you're being productive, you should get the benefits. They deserve it. We've got a Super Bowl championship. We've been to the playoffs most consistently out of any team in the NFL. So I know a lot of you guys out there that don't like Todd Bowles, and that's fine, but that's not up to you to make those decisions. You don't like it, go root for another team. It boggles my mind how people sit there and degrade a human being. Oh, he's a piece of shit. He's this, he sucks, he's that. The dude is he's an awesome dad. He's an awesome mentor. And a lot of these people that are talking bad about him, and it's no offense if you feel some type of way, if you feel like that I'm talking about anybody out there that's watching this is taking it personal, don't take it personal. It's just like, you're not in that locker room. The players love these guys. Go ask Peter Blake when he interviewed Levante David and everybody else at the Sports Expo. And go check out his page, and it's up there at the Sports Web. They will run through a effing wall for him. And then you got people out here who think that they know everything. And they think that they know, let's fire Bowles and let's restart over again. And it's just like, for what? For the following year for you to complain and bitch and moan and say how this team sucks. And then it's going to be, we need to fire Jason Licht. It's just never enough, man. Just never enough. Gruden won a Super Bowl. He started having some losing seasons. And what'd you say? Get rid of him. Get rid of him. It's just like, we always trying to run coaches out of here. It takes time to rebuild stuff, man. I don't want to go through the Stone Ages. I don't want to go through that anymore, man. Like, it's good where it's at right now. Yeah, it sucks. We should have won a couple of those games, but it's all good, man. And if you got a problem with it, hit me up on Instagram, the Frozen Pirate Podcast. Hit me up on X, Louis FPP. Go to Facebook, Louis Latello. Send me a friend request, man. I'll send you an invite. You can come on the show. We can talk about it. I got an open platform. But I'm not cocky, man. I'm humble, and I'm a football realist. And when it comes down to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I get a lot of people don't like Todd Bowles. But the last gentleman that I had on the show who actually plays for the freaking team had nothing but great things to say about him. Just never understood how somebody who does not work in the front office, you can have an opinion. You can definitely have an opinion. But somebody who works in the front office, I think tends to know. I mean, somebody who's on that team that's there tends to know about the team a little bit more than you do. I'm just saying, and people out there, you guys can have your opinion on Todd Bowles. I get it. But what I'm saying is he's a pretty decent coach, in my opinion. We've been to the playoffs consistently. And yeah, he gets under my skin sometimes. Sometimes I wish he would have a set of balls and just go for it. And that's no disrespect. But then again, I'm not the coach, nor will I ever be the coach. I'm just looking at it from a football aspect, like what I would do. That's just my opinion. Stop trying to run excuse my language, stop trying to run fucking coaches out of here, bro. All the time. Nobody's ever satisfied. I hope to God that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers win a Super Bowl, man. I really do. I really hope that they win a Super Bowl, bro. Then I want to see where the anti-bowlers are at. They'll say, well, it wasn't Todd Bowles, it was Coach Grizz and Mike, and yeah, because he's got nothing to do with it, man. Just it's crazy, crazy, and I get it. I was a guy that said, hey, if you're gonna fire Bowles, you got to promote Liam Cohen. Liam Cohen ain't here. He's in Jacksonville. That's another thing too. A lot of people give that dude shit too. A lot of people give him shit too. Listen, if somebody offered you $13 million to $2 million or whatever you're making, you're going to take $13 million a year. You want to know why? Because if you suck and you get fired, if you suck and you get fired, you have generational wealth. Not just for you and your family. So stop it. Because I seen so much stupidness when Liam Cohen left. And I get it. A lot of people are pissed off, including myself. You don't go about the business like that. I get it. But it's generational wealth, man. Like, even I seen some stuff in baseball, man. Fans are crazy. I think I heard something with the Rays, a pitcher or whatever it was. I was listening to WDAE on the drive home. You know, I forgot who they had on. I mean, it was just kind of background noise. I was just driving. I was thinking about some stuff I got to do. I got to build a deck out there. So I was kind of thinking about that. But then all I heard was, if I had a bad game, people, I have it set up where people can't message me and stuff like that. But they're messaging his wife. Like, what the hell's wrong with you guys? I'm not saying you guys, but I'm just saying just some fans out there. What's wrong with you? It's a fucking game. It's crazy. And you see all this stuff about Cohen. Oh, like, come on, man. You look stupid. Half of you guys wouldn't even say it to their face if they were in front of you. Just have a little bit of respect, before you start doing, like, calling somebody a bitch. Not cool with that. Like, it's crazy. It's insane. Excuse me. I'm kind of going on a rant here. It's just, it's hot. Let's go to the comments here. Because I kind of been neglecting them a little bit. Where do we check out the Frozen Pirate podcast? That's a great question. You can go on YouTube right now. Put in the Frozen Pirate podcast. Like and subscribe, because I'm actually going to be doing a free jersey giveaway. And I tend to see who likes stuff, who's sharing stuff, who's watching the shows, who's commenting. I go by that stuff. So you can catch me on the Frozen Pirate podcast. And like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, man. Make sure you're up to date. You can find me on Instagram, the Frozen Pirate Podcast. I do a lot of my promoting over there. You can catch me on X, Louis FPP. Facebook is Louis Lateo, Leitao. You can catch me on the Sports Web Monday and Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Go check out the last episode from last week, man. I think I did 1,400 views on Facebook Live. With that, Devon J. Thomas. I always get those names messed up for some reason. Devon J. Thomas was on last week. Buccaneers rookie defensive tackle. Great interview that I did with him. I was nervous as hell, man, because I never had a Bucs player on the show. He was my first Buccaneer player to come on the show. Appreciate him. Derek Gilmore, the agent, just reaching out. Like, that was huge, man. Huge accomplishment. Many more to come. I'm going to tag Shiloh Sanders in the Frozen Pirate podcast. I want to get him on here. He's next. Let's continue going to the comments. Need to stay consistent as a coach. Agreed. Look at the Ravens franchise as a whole. Exactly. Is anybody calling for their coach to get fired? Why? Because that'd be stupid. Would you fire Dan Campbell? Hasn't won a Super Bowl, lost every playoff game. No, you wouldn't, because that'd be stupid. I guarantee you there's a team out there, fans out there. Go look at the Cleveland Browns. You don't think they'd want Todd Bowles? You don't think the New York Jets would want a guy like Todd Bowles back? I mean, they got Aaron Glenn. But you get what I'm saying here? Like, it's stupid. Some of the things that people say, it's ridiculous. And I'm not trying to trash talk anybody. You don't need to listen to what I say. Go research what I say, man. Go look at the stats for yourself. Sorry. If defense is right, we can win. Absolutely. If the defense is right, we can win. And I think the defense is going to carry this offense a little bit. I think it's going to take a little bit for them to get going. Or they might just complement one another. I think the strongest points on this team right now is the running game, and it's going to be the defense. Or maybe the defense is going to take a little bit to get going. There's a lot of young talent out there. But guys like Shiloh, Devon J. Thomas, Parrish, Morrison, like a lot of these rookies, I think they're going to contribute big time to the team. And I want you guys to start doing something because there's a lot of stupid takes out there. Just start watching the preseason and study that, because if you want to find out what kind of freaking depth you have on your team, watch the preseason, because those guys that are playing in the second, third, and fourth quarter, those are the guys that are going to be coming in to step up when somebody goes down. And I said it last year on the last platform I was with. This team had a lot of depth, but the defense kind of scared me a little bit because I didn't like what I saw from the freaking defense. The defense wasn't very good. And they had a lot of injuries. So, where can we already checked that. Again, go to the YouTube channel. I'm on Instagram, X, Facebook, everywhere. Alex, not mad at Cohen for leaving. It's how he left. Yeah, I mean, I get it. But you took it a certain way versus other people. Other people calling this guy a piece of shit, all this other stuff, and that's not cool, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not cool. He's got kids, dude. Whatever. I'm entitled to my own opinion. So it is what it is. Christopher Cole, if they don't get to the Super Bowl in the next 2 years, then they will have a decision to make. Well, I'm glad you brought that up, Christopher Cole. Shout out to him, man. Loyal listener for a while now. I always see him on the sports web when I'm listening to the JP Peterson show Monday through Friday at 10 to noon. He's right in those comments, man. Shout out to him, man. Loyal fan right there. I'm glad you brought that up, Christopher. I say with the amount of talent that they have, let's look at this whole team in its totality here. Oh, here we go again. Lost the camera again. You look at the offense. You look at the wide receiving core, right? You look at the running back room, what you have there in the running back room. You look at the tight ends, the tight end situation. You look at all that. I don't know what the hell's going on today, man. This platform is like past couple of days on this platform. I kind of want a discount for this membership. You look at the totality of the offense and defense of everybody here. You look at the wide receiver room. Just sit there and think about it. You look at that wide receiver room. That's a damn good wide receiver room. You look at the offensive line. You look at our running backs. You look at the tight ends, our quarterback. Think about that offense. Now think about the defense, what they did in the draft. The second and third round picks went to corners. You address that situation. Jamel Dean has some competition. Competition, iron sharpens iron. You look at the safety situation. Antoine Winfield Jr. is going to want to bounce back. He wants to be the best safety in the game. You have Shiloh. You have Tyke Smith. The list goes on and on. That's a damn good defensive back room. You take a look at your corners. Your inside linebackers. I'm a little shaky there because these guys are kind of improving. I like Savassier Dennis. I've been saying last year, hey, I like Savassier. The defense looks more physical with him on the field. He's a thumper. He's no bullshit. Takes no nonsense. I remember him and Devin White. I don't think they got into it, but Devin White blew a coverage and Savassier made a tackle, and Savassier was not afraid to speak his mind. I like that. Speak your mind. Speak your truth, young man. I appreciate that. He's a thumper. Him and Shiloh, I think, on the same field is scary because they can both hit. And it's crazy. I not to veer off, man. I'm not going to mention any names, but I heard a ridiculous take. And again, if you're listening to this, you know who you are. I'm not taking a shot. It's just my own opinion because you can't call in, because if you call in, you don't really get a chance to explain. I heard a take today that they think that Shiloh or Desmond Watson won't even make this team. That's absurd to me. That's absurd to me. I don't know. And it's no disrespect, but I don't agree with that. And I'm willing to debate that person. Friendly debate, because I do respect them. But I heard it on WDAE, and I'm not taking a shot, but I'm just saying that's ridiculous. I'd like to know what the logic is behind that, not thinking that neither one of those two is going to make the team. I'm just saying. But you'll take a look at, like I said, the secondary, the inside linebacker position. You know, you look at the defensive line and the edge rushers. They address that with the edge rushers. Hassan Reddick, probably one of the best pass rushers in the free agency class. We'll see what he can do. I'm predicting over 10 sacks for him. Him and Yaya Diaby, you know, and the rookies that they drafted. The list goes on and on. So you take a look at this offense, man. They're pretty damn good. You look at the defense, they're going to be very much improved. So that's why I say this to answer your comment, Mr. Christopher Cole. If they don't get to the Super Bowl this year, they have a decision to make. Well, in the next 2 years, for you, it's the next 2 years. Listen, if this team gets eliminated from the playoffs and the wild card, I think they have a decision to make. Unless, and a lot of people, like me and Peter, had a testy argument about this yesterday. Not an argument. It was just a clean, healthy, respectful debate. If Todd Bowles gets eliminated week 1 of the playoffs and the wild card, I think there's a decision to make. If there's injuries, kind of like what we had to do last year, I understand. But I can't do this 9-8 stuff. You got to put up more. You got to put up more than 9 wins. You got to improve from the following year, man. You got 10 wins this year. You got to get 11, 12, 13 wins this year. You have to. And I think they will. So I'm not really worried about it. But if they don't make the Super Bowl or if they don't make the NFC Championship game, let's just say they go to the divisional game and it's some bullshit at the end. I'm okay with that. I mean, I'm not okay with them losing, but I'm just saying I still think you keep the coach. But if you get eliminated in the wild card again, we got fucking problems. Excuse my language. I know Peter don't like that, but sorry. We got problems. You got to make a change. It's just not going to work. So we'll see what happens. Alex says, mad. I'm not mad, Alex. I'm not mad. It's just I just get a little excited sometimes. Be professional. To AB organization that at the end of the day gave him a chance. Yeah, you know, they did. They gave him a chance and look, what happened with him coming in here, he inherited a team that wasn't fully his. The defense was his. That was it. Bruce Arians said, I'm done. I don't want to coach anymore. I retire. I'm going to hand it to you, Todd. And he handed it to Todd Bowles. Right? And Todd had to inherit his coaching staff. He had to inherit all that stuff. So, and he had to clean up. And that takes a little bit of time. It takes a little bit of time. Real quickly, anybody that's on Twitter that's listening to the show, I appreciate you listening to it on Twitter. Please just come on over to the YouTube channel. That goes a long way. Like I said, we're doing a free jersey giveaway. So, like I said, the more those numbers become inflated with the YouTube channel, the more I can do. And here we go again with this camera situation. Muted. Gotta love technology, guys. You just gotta love it. I don't understand what's going on. Figures. I should have just stuck to Thursdays. Tuesday is not a good day. But I figured with the holiday weekend, guys, I figured, you know what? I'm just going to do it on Tuesday. You know, that way Thursday, I have all the stuff I can do and spend time with the family. The new Jurassic Park movie's coming out. Want to take my son and the wife to that. Just kind of unwind because 4th of July is Friday, and that's pretty cool. So we got plans there. Definitely going to the beach, that's for sure. Hopefully, if the weather permits. Joshua subscribed. Man, that's awesome. I appreciate that, man. That's huge. That goes a long way with me. Always down to hear Bucs talk. Yeah, man, I appreciate it, man. That's my strong suit. I do talk a lot about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm a very passionate fan. I'm from Massachusetts, if you haven't known. I grew up in Massachusetts my whole life. I've been a Bucs fan since 1995, since the Brooks and Sapp era. That was my era. And shout out to Leo Haggerty of Amped Up Sports. He couldn't join us today. I get it. It's short notice. But we've come to a decision where we're going to do a show where we're going to do the top 50. Now, you got to understand, Leo's been around a lot longer than I have. So my top 50 is going to look a lot different from his top 50. just because it's 2 eras of Buccaneer football. His era of Buccaneer football and my era of Buccaneer football. So, yeah. Shout out to you guys though, for commenting. I appreciate this. This goes a long way. I want to talk some trash. You think this will be Tomlin's last year in Pitt? You know what? I'm gonna get back to that. I think it's a make or break. Yeah, you know what? Let's talk about it. Let's do this real quickly. Yeah, I do think so. I think if they don't make some serious noise, and with Aaron Rodgers, I think they're all in right now. I think Tomlin knows that they're all in right now. Too bad Jamie couldn't join us for the Around the NFL segment because I know he would have loved to talk about this because he loves Aaron Rodgers. That he thinks he's one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever live. Yeah, this is make or break for Tomlin. Tomlin's been to the playoffs with the Steelers every year he's been there. That's unheard of. But I will say this, you are really, really, really diving in. I wouldn't have traded Fitzpatrick. I like Mika Fitzpatrick better than Jalen Ramsey. But it's crazy that the Dolphins I don't know where they drafted him, what pick but they gave up a player and a draft pick to get him. So whatever. Anywhere I can get Tampa Bay Buccaneers tank top shirts. Eric asks, you can try the Bucs shop. I'm pretty sure that they have some tank tops there, bud. But speaking of tank tops, well, I won't be printing any tank tops. I will be printing out some t-shirts. So give me a thumbs up in the comment if you guys would purchase one of those. I promise you I won't kill you with it. As far as the price goes, I'm very fair with stuff like that. I understand. Listen, it's hard times for everybody. I don't believe in charging $30, $40 for a t-shirt. Especially where it takes me to nothing for no cost to make them. Well, I'm not sure, but just saying I'm not like that. Again, all the money that I make from here will probably just go into my youngest son's bank account to help him build his future. I don't need the money like that. I just do that for a good, or maybe just to upgrade some equipment because we have some technical difficulties apparently. So it's whatever. But yeah, you can get some tank tops at the Bucs shop. I'm pretty positive. But I will be printing out some t-shirts, long sleeve shirts, and probably some hoodies. So let's continue on because I do have to do final thoughts. Eric says, but we got the tight pickup on the defense from the Gators. We can do it this season. You're talking about Desmond Watson. So a lot of people didn't really talk about Desmond Watson. You can ask a co-host of mine on the Sports Web Monday and Wednesday at 8 p.m. I vouched for Desmond Watson. I really wanted Desmond Watson. I said, if he's available, you should get him. But they didn't waste a draft pick on him. They got him as an unrestricted rookie free agent, as well as Devon J. Thomas, who I recommend you guys go watch the latest interview I did with him. That was an awesome interview. Yeah, I mean, that's a big boy. That's a big dude. Peter was sitting on the side of him. For a brief second, I said, Peter, you look like a preschool student compared to him. So, yeah. Joshua says Cohen was slimy. I'm not for taking it to a non-sports level, but F him sports wise. Hope to see him fail on its face. See Jacksonville fall on its face. I don't think so. I don't think Jacksonville's going to fall flat on its face. I think we all kind of felt that way about the Carolina Panthers and Dave Canales. And it normally takes. So I was talking to Chris Mathis of WDAE. Shout out to him. Looking forward to getting him back on the show. Training camp's right around the corner, so we have to do our show there, Chris. But he said that Canales was probably one of the most respectful people he's ever met, and also told him his tenure with the Panthers as far as he goes, I'm not going to know what I have until probably like week 6, week 7. And I believe that. You don't know what you have. So it's probably going to look a little ugly in Jacksonville a little bit, but I'll tell you what, I don't think Cohen's going to fail. Not by a long shot. Yeah, you should get a discount. Should I get a discount? What should I get a discount on? I'm curious. I don't know what you're saying there. Joshua also says, I heard someone say it's going to be a slot party in Tampa. Yeah, look, you have Emeka Ibuka. You have, Tej Johnson. You have Chris Godwin when he comes back, when he's healthy. So yeah, they have some weapons there, and we'll see. Abraham, what's up, Abraham? Let's see. Oh, we're starting to slow down again. Here we go. Keep an eye out for unrestricted rookie free agent Nick Jackson from Iowa, linebacker. That's somebody that I'm going to keep a close eye on. Because, and I think that was a good pickup by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I honestly, like I said, this rookie, between the rookies they drafted, the unrestricted rookie free agents that they brought in, I think there's going to be a lot of tough decisions to make, man. And we're going to lose a lot of guys off the practice squad too, in my opinion. Let's see here. Oh, we froze up. Oh, there we go. People just throwing shade because they want to act like he's where he's at because of his father and not his dedication and talent. Yeah, could be. But then again, you never know what people are thinking. Joshua says, at the end of the day, the NFC South has always been a toss-up. Bowles has got us to it 3 times. Yeah. So it's very difficult to win your division, in my opinion. All right. It's very difficult to win your division. Anybody who says, oh, it's the South, it's easy. Bullshit. Tell the Patriots that. You mean to tell me all those championships that the Patriots won? Yeah. The AFC East was hard for those teams. You want to know why? Because the Patriots were so damn good. And that doesn't mean it was a bad division. It just means that, you had one juggernaut of a team. And right now, the Buccaneers are the juggernaut of the South. It may not be pretty, but they're the juggernaut of the South, in my opinion. So Joshua also says Metcalf, Ramsey, and Rodgers all in one. Yeah, dude, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's definitely a lot. Hit me up if you want to work on some graphics, unless you got that covered. Unfortunately, I do have that covered. I actually do all my own stuff. I do the intro of the show. I did all by myself. That's my beat. That's my picture that I took at the Ray J. The picture you see for the thumbnail, I took that picture. I did all the stuff that you see. Like, this is basically, preseason graphics, if you will. During the regular season, it's going to look a lot better. Promise you there. So yeah, I mean, in totality here, we pretty much covered everything outside of one thing. And I want to do my final thoughts. But before I do, guys, please go to the YouTube channel. It's very easy. Just X out of it. X out of Twitter. X out of Facebook Live. Go to the YouTube channel. Go to the Frozen Pirate podcast, man. Go watch it over there. Like and subscribe to that free jersey giveaway. Because what's going to happen is I'm going to exclusively stop doing these shows just on YouTube. And the minute I do that, that will probably be the day that I do a free jersey giveaway. So I'm just letting you know, the Facebook stuff and all that stuff. If you see that I haven't gone live on X or Facebook or anything like that, it's because we're streaming live on YouTube and I'm doing the free jersey giveaway. And that free jersey giveaway, now that I see all the viewers in here, that free jersey giveaway is not going to be one of those little cheese dick fucking jerseys, man. When I do a free jersey giveaway, I do a free jersey giveaway. I get the Nike Vapor Carbon Unlimited, whatever it is. It's like $170. That's the one I do. Player of your choice. And that's it. You can do Creamsicle, you can do white, you can do the red one, the pewter one, whatever. Hell, if you want to get a Devin White one, it's on sale for $44. I checked. LOL. Oh boy. I can't. All right. Final thoughts. Could the Buccaneers trade for TJ Watt? Before I get into final thoughts, again, this is just an opinion. This is just my opinion. So we're ending the show, and because I'm not going to waste too much time on this as far as TJ Watt goes, because there's been a lot of talk about it. But first, go follow me on Instagram, the Frozen Pirate Podcast. Follow me on X, Louis FPP. Facebook, Louis Lateo, LOUIELEITAO. Send me a friend request there. Also, go to the YouTube channel. Like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. I can't emphasize that enough because, like I said, that's That's something that I'm trying to build there. And again, the turnout for last week's episode, almost 200 views, over 1,400 views on Facebook Live, which is pretty cool. Again, appreciate it. Let's go to this one last comment here. People want to suggest that because of the division we're in, we had an easy schedule. Last year was not easy. The teams we played last season were combined 145 and 132. I don't know. We played. That was a rough stretch. That schedule, man. That was a tough one, man. I will admit that was a tough schedule last year. But yeah, I'm gonna get sidetracked. But I'll keep reading the comments. If you guys want to keep going, I'll keep going. But I'll keep reading the comments. Excuse me. But let's get into it. Okay. So TJ Watt. I want to know what you guys think of TJ Watt. Do you think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, your Tampa Bay Buccaneers, should trade for TJ Watt? I want to know how you guys feel about this in the comment section. Let me know. Let me know in the comment section. That's the question that I got for you while I explain my method to this madness here. Do you think TJ Watt should be a Tampa Bay Buccaneer? And if so, why? Let me know in the comments. Okay. If you want to win a Super Bowl, you got to rip a page out of the LA Rams' book. If you look at what they did, Sean McVay and company, they gambled the farm. They gambled a lot of stuff to win one Super Bowl. So if you're asking me if TJ Watt, should he be a Tampa Bay Buccaneer? If he can help bring us a Super Bowl, absolutely. I'm willing to give up some draft capital because a lot of people sleep on this guy. They're saying, hey, TJ Watt, he's always injury prone. I don't think that's the case. I think the problem with TJ Watt is he's in every down. He's playing every defensive down outside of when he's healthy. There's not a decent rotation in Pittsburgh, in my opinion. Now, if he was to get traded, let's look at the pros and cons. All right, he's injury prone. Why is he injury prone? Well, he's in every down. You can't question his leadership, and you can't question the kid's heart. He's got a lot of heart. I think he's a leader on that team. But he's injury prone. Why is that? There's no rotation. So if he comes to Tampa Bay, you have Yaya Diaby, Hassan Reddick, Anthony Nelson, Chris Braswell. Never mind the rookies that they drafted. What's that? A beautiful, nice rotation you got there. You have healthy pass rushers. Fresh pass rushers. I'm going to read off some of his stats. Because in my opinion, TJ Watt, would I give up the farm for him? No. I mean, he signed a 4-year, $112 million extension in 2021, approximately $28 million per year. Final year of current contract is 2025. So with market deals reset by the likes of Myles Garrett with $40 million a year, there is some trade buzz on him. Do I think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are looking towards his way? It's a possibility. I mean, you guys were very chatty before, but I'm not seeing anything. What do you guys think? Do you think they should trade for TJ Watt? I mean, here's a guy when he's healthy on the field. I mean, this dude's a monster. He had an 11.5 sacks this year, and let's pull up his stats. I want to see his full stats because I'm kind of curious about this. TJ Watts. I should have came prepared, huh? I wasn't really going to talk about TJ Watt, but here I am doing it now. I guess I needed my final thoughts, but here we go. Final thoughts. Still waiting in the comment section for you guys. All right. TJ Watt's stats. All right. He came into the league in 2017. Let me see. 7 sacks in 2017. 2018, 13 sacks. 2019, 14.5 sacks. 2020, 15 sacks. 2021, 22.5 sacks. 2022's injury year, 5.5 sacks. 2023, 19.5 sacks. 2024, 11.5 sacks. I'm sorry. I'm going to tell you something right now. If that's me, I'm going to trade Trey Palmer because they could use a wide receiver. If I'm brokering this deal, I'm going to trade Trey or Jamel Dean, one of the two guys, and I'm going to give up some draft capital because he's going to have, and that sounds crazy, but you know what? Sometimes you just got to grow a set of balls and you got to make a ballsy move. And that's a ballsy move by Bulls. You put TJ Watt in this defense. So you mean to tell me, let me know in the comment section, would you be willing to give up a guy like Jamel Dean in that trade package? Because I would. A lot of people are like, oh, our secondary, they're a young secondary. You still have Zion McCollum, who is fantastic. You still have Bryce Hall, who I thought was going to be something, but he got hurt. You still have the two rookies and Morrison and Parrish, who I think they're going to shine. You still have depth at the secondary position. If this defensive line, if you mean to tell me you rotate Yaya Diaby and Yaya Diaby, Hassan Reddick, and TJ Watt, and imagine that being an offense, and you have to deal with the rotation of TJ Watt, Hassan Reddick, Yaya Diaby, Chris Braswell, Anthony Nelson. Not only that, Logan Hall, Vita Vea, Kalijah Cansey, Desmond Watson, CJ Brewer, Devon J. Thomas, all these guys. Are you kidding me? The secondary will look great. Because you want to know what makes a great secondary? An amazing pass rush. An amazing pass rush. So if it's me and I want to win another damn Super Bowl, it almost got me to cuss. Try not to do that here. But if you want to win another Super Bowl, yeah, you got to go out and go get a guy like that. But there's no victory without sacrifice. Sometimes you have to sacrifice certain things. Me and Devon were talking about this last week. Again, go check out that interview on the Frozen Pirate podcast on the YouTube channel with Devon J. Thomas. Me and him talked about this. In order to get to where you need to be, you want a Super Bowl, you have to sacrifice certain things. And I'm not talking about Illuminati stuff. I'm just talking about you got to give up a guy like Jamel Dean. I would give up a guy like Jamel Dean. Not saying that I want to, because I respect the hell out of Jamel Dean, but I'm just saying it is a business. So if it's me, yeah, I'm going to make that trade. I'm going to pull the trigger on that trade and go get a guy like TJ Watt. I get it. His contract situation. I don't know what the Buccaneers salary cap looks like. Let's take a look at that. Bucs salary cap. But if it works, it works. Let's see what the cap space is. So right now, your Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they got $26 million in cap from what I see. Maybe I'm wrong. Team cap space, $26 million. If I'm right, I'm not 100% sure if that's correct. I don't know if that's updated. But if that's the case and you got that kind of money, why not? You're not that much away from giving him what he wants. He can come in here, play out that deal, or maybe you're going to have to do like a sign and trade type of deal. I don't know. But you got to give up something to win a Super Bowl. So I get it. His contract runs out this year. I understand that. But if it means giving up a third and Jamel Dean for a Super Bowl, I mean, let's ask that question. I mean, how many more times do you think you're going to see the Tampa Bay Buccaneers win in your lifetime? Serious question. How many more times do you think you're going to see the Tampa Bay Buccaneers win? Wouldn't you want to see them win one more? I want to see them win a bunch of times. I'd love to see them win 3-4 more Super Bowls. Go to the comments here. TJ, depends on the compensation package and, of course, salary. So I answered your question there. Look, I appreciate every single one of you guys out there for supporting the Frozen Pirate podcast, for jumping on the sports web, supporting Peter. Peter's been excellent. It's helped me out a lot. I've got to do shows with some really cool people, but we're going to kick this up a notch. I want to give you guys some of the best content I can possibly can. I'm working very hard to get players on this show. We just had Devon J. Thomas, who was fantastic, excellent young man. Go give him a follow on Instagram. Go follow him on Twitter as well. Just an excellent human being. Pulled a woman. Her car was on fire. Pulled her out of the car to help her out. Comes from a big family, a great family. Just an excellent kid. He won the award in 2022 at Penn State for a citizenship award. Like, the kid is just fantastic. Go check out the interview. I asked him some really cool questions. What's the most embarrassing song on your playlist? How his relationship was with Shiloh. What does he bring to the Tampa Bay Buccaneer defense? I want you guys to get to know him, but not just him, but I want you guys to really do your research and really get to know these players before you start casting judgments. And, this guy, like, get to know him. Like, you know what I'm saying? But as far as the podcast goes, again, guys, go to YouTube, go like and subscribe, hit the bell notifications, subscribe to the channel. I do this every Thursday at 7:30. Unfortunately, for right now, it's a holiday weekend, so I can't, family is more important than anything, in my opinion. So I decided to do this with all the F-ups here. I've never had this many technical difficulties in one show, but I normally don't do these on a Tuesday. But when the season starts, it's going to be a little bit different. The schedule is going to be a lot more chaotic. So I'm looking forward to it. And we'll see what happens as far as me putting together some shows. We'll see what happens. Definitely looking to expand the Frozen Pirate podcast. Anybody that wants to come on and collaborate, you're more than welcome to. And again, to all you guys, the audience, the fans, free jersey giveaway coming your way with some stuff I'm going to be giving away. Just my thank you to you guys. T-shirts are coming, sweatshirts are coming, maybe fitted hat. I won't do fitted hats, maybe snapbacks, beanies. I don't know. Depends. All that stuff's coming. That's all in the works right now. And again, stickers too. I'm going to be giving out stickers. I like stickers, hard hat stickers. Maybe I might make some construction T-shirts. I'm not sure yet. Shout out to all the blue collar guys. I'm a blue collar guy. Shout out to all you guys going in and just not bitching and complaining, just doing your job, getting your hands dirty and going home, making an honest day pay. Appreciate you blue collar guys. And to the audience too. I know you guys have a lot. I believe there's like 1,800 different Buccaneer podcasts out there. But I'm here for the long haul. I appreciate every single one of you guys. I know you guys have a lot of options out there, and just for you guys to be joining me here on this lovely, hot, humid Tuesday night here in Massachusetts. I can only imagine what the weather's like down there in Florida. Probably the same. I appreciate you guys. I really do. I appreciate everybody in the comments. Christopher Cole, Tim, David, Joshua. Let's see here. Abraham. Shout out to Abraham. Eric. All you guys. Alex. Guy Johnson, Sue. Thank you, Sue, for tuning into the show. I appreciate you a lot. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Lamar, aloha, brother. Like, it means a lot, man. All you guys tuning in here, and make sure you like and subscribe. If there's something that you've seen, share it, man. Let's grow this, because the more the more popular this podcast gets, the more I'm willing to give away and the more I'm willing to do. In my opinions. But you guys got to go and subscribe to the YouTube channel, Facebook, Louis Lateo, Instagram, the Frozen Pirate Podcast, X, Louis FPP, TikTok. I don't know. I don't really go on there too much. I just started I don't know, man. That's the young man's game. But I believe it's the Frozen Pirate Podcast on there. All right, guys. With all that being said, I appreciate you guys. I will say this. Please do me a favor. Listen closely. I'm going to go full screen here. Do not blow off your fucking limbs this weekend. Be careful with the fireworks. It's going to be a long weekend. Very exciting. Don't drink and drive. You have family to go home to. And believe me, you don't want to deal with any of that stuff. Again, just don't blow your fucking fingers off. Excuse me for the language. Just don't blow your fingers off. Be careful with the fireworks this weekend. Enjoy your time. Drink a beer, smoke a joint, take an edible, eat some mushroom, whatever it is that you do. As long as you're not harming nobody, be safe, be responsible out there. It is going to be a long weekend. They have Uber now, so you don't have to drive home drunk anymore. Don't do that stuff. But I'd feel guilty if I didn't say it. Enjoy your 4th of July weekend. As always, fuck the Saints. Sorry, Peter. Fuck the Saints. Let's go Bucs. Fire those cannons. We are the crew. Peace.